Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you are new here, I do all kinds of lifestyle vlogs, motherhood videos, but I also talk a little bit about our debt and our budget. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I'll put those on the screen in just a second. But today I'm going to take you through a little March recap. I'm gonna just sprinkle in something that literally just happened, which if you watched the vlog that went up before this, you already know what it is, and we'll talk about it in a different video. So if you have any questions, let me know. Which you guys are like, questions about what? We decided to pay off a couple of our debts. If you guys have followed us for a long time, you know that we have been focused on filling up our savings account, and there's been a lot going on, but basically we got to the point where our expenses are too much. We really wanted to buy a house, so we really didn't want to dip into our savings for paying off debt. But yeah, a couple of reasons came up. We thought it through and made the decision to pay off 2 of our debts. So you won't see that shown here because it is currently April 1st, so it happened in April. Ben and I are going to do a video on it in the next week or 2 though, so you'll see that video coming soon. But if you have any questions about why we decided to pay off debt, finally, not all of our debt, we have 5 debts and we paid off 2 of them. Sorry, you can hear the baby in the background. Yeah, any questions about that and what our plan is moving forward, leave them down below and we'll answer them in the next video. Also, just because I have to do it quickly, I feel like I'm not wearing any makeup. My hair looks crazy. I've got spit up on me. Okay, I have an 8-week-old and I'm having a really hard time finding the time to film. As you can hear her crying in the background, which is very hard for me to just leave her do. She's with Ben and my sister-in-law, but yeah, it's just been really hard for me to find time to film. So I'm coming at you real life spit up edition. Okay, let's jump into the March budget and see where we went off track. You guys, I didn't show you a overall budget of what I was expecting for March because I was in like newborn baby land and I just like couldn't get to that. You don't even know what this budget looks like, so let's jump through it. You're probably gonna hear Poppy in the background crying because it doesn't sound like they're having a good time stopping her. So this is what our March budget looked like and what kind of happened. So I anticipated $79.17 of income between Ben's income, rollover from the month before, savings, and then my income. I got like a small affiliate payment this month, but I appreciate anybody that's used my links for Osea or any of the other products that I like really love. Those are always down below if you're interested. But we brought in $13,939.08, which is $6,000 more than we were anticipating. That is because Benjamin got a bonus and a cash grant from work. I didn't budget anything for any of the other stuff, so some of that money, it's not all Ben's like stuff from work, it's a couple other things. We brought in almost $14,000, which is great, but almost all of that went to savings. So moving on, these fixed expenses were all pretty much on par. We were a little bit over on this because I had it written in here wrong. We're over on this because Ben had a website payment come out. We were a little bit over on miscellaneous because I still have the, I think it's jessiefritz.co or something like that, and I'm just keeping that for now in case I do ever want a website again. It's like $20 for me to keep that, so a year. So that is what that is. So we spent $3,254.08, $35 over budget between those 2 things, and of course, as always, $2,700 of that is our rent, so most of our fixed expenses go to that. Our last month paying the full $990 of debt went out. This is the same as it always is, and we did get rid of 2 of our debts, so you'll see that in next month's end of the month video or when I put up the video about why we decided to switch what we were doing and pay off some of our debt. Moving on to this section, as you can see, there's a little bit more red than I was anticipating or wanting. We were about $143 over budget on groceries and Costco. We were almost double over what we should have been at restaurants and takeout. This is just always my problem area. I'm gonna try to be better in April though. Medications and supplements, we were a little bit low for a random reason. We were a little bit over on household. We had to buy some mats like for the floor in our house so that the dogs stop ruining the floors in this rental that we have like by our back door. Their nails just like get into the wood, so we wanted to get some like heavy duty mats to put back there. There's a couple of like Target like diapers and random stuff. I did buy a workout program, which was fairly expensive, but it is a postpartum workout program specifically to help with like abdominal rehabilitation and stuff like that. So that's something that Ben and I decided was important. I did also get Poppy some Tubby Todd lotion. I guess it's technically for both the girls. It's lotion and body wash. And then I also got a Dreamland sleep sack when it was on sale. They're very expensive though. I'm hoping that it'll help with Poppy's sleep because she definitely wants contact and she has a lot of gas issues. So it's like a slightly weighted sleep sack. So she likes it so far. Do I think that she's only worn it for like 3 days, so I'm not seeing like a crazy difference in her sleep or anything. But so we were a little bit over on that stuff, but the more expensive stuff like the workout program, the Tubby Todd and the Dreamland weren't anticipated, but we decided that that was important. We were very over on personal spending, and that is because Ben got some stuff from Sierra for clothes, and then I got some stuff from Old Navy for clothes. I always feel like guilty telling you guys, telling other people when I'm talking about how tight our budget is, and then I'm using like our rollover or savings for clothing. But I did a huge like declutter of my closet because a lot of my clothes don't fit my now postpartum after 2 C-sections and 2 babies body, and I want to lose weight, but I'm also tired of having clothes that make me feel terrible about myself. So I did get a few things for like spring, summer, winter. I mean, some of them are leggings, so they'll last for a while, that I can wear, and they just fit my now body a little bit better. I did spend a little bit more than I was anticipating though. So that one we did go over quite a bit. Medical we were low on, although I will say I forgot to budget it for April, but I have a doctor appointment this week actually on Thursday, and it's no longer covered by insurance. So that's gonna be a little bit higher than I was anticipating. Utilities we were over because our ComEd bill was like, apparently it just like took itself off of auto pay, which I don't understand how it can just do that. And I'm not sitting here babysitting my auto pay accounts. So plus this one's under Ben's name, so like it's his stuff. So we had like 3 months of our energy bill to pay. So yeah, that's why that one is over budget a little bit. Gas, we got gas twice. Yeah. And then Cora and Finn, we got some tick stuff for them from Costco, and then we got dog food twice. So we were under budget on that one. And then we were over budget on miscellaneous because I didn't budget anything for it. And then this random $6,000 we put into savings. Oh, the heat's kicking in. So this is great timing to be almost done. So we were actually over budget by $12.87. Thankfully, it didn't withdraw, like it didn't draw our account because Ben gets paid on the 31st of the month, and then it goes to our next month's budget. So the money was already in the account when it almost overdrew, so that's good, but I don't love being in the negative for sure, even if it is only by $12. $13. That is what happened in March. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video, sharing it with you. I'm trying to end this quickly because the heat just makes so much noise, but thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave any questions you have if you want us to do that debt video down below, and I will see you in the next one.